todo el mundo.
You're all about your looks. You look like all the books are Bobby in disguise. Your beauty is deceiving. Stop my heart from beating. You never look so good. When will you learn to not give in? I'm so concerned for you. Why won't you take my advice? Stop listening to all their lies. When will you learn? You look so good. Look so good. Look so good. When will you learn? You look so good. Mascara down your face, makeup all over the place. You're a I see the tears fall down. Your mascara's leaking. Flirting will make you drown. When will you learn to not give in? I'm so concerned for you. Why won't you take my advice? Stop listening to all their lies. When will you learn? You look so good. Look so good. Look so good. You'll never learn. You look so good. Look so good. Look so good. Look so good. Look so good.
How you guys doing? We're Grieve for Tomorrow from Rancho Cucamonga. My name is Trevor Lockie, I'm the singer.
My name's Greg, I'm the guitarist, backup singer.
My name's Dan, I'm the bass player, backup vocals.
I'm Alex, lead guitarist. I'm Jason, I play the drum set.
I started playing music initially back in 1996 when I started off with saxophone, and then eventually evolved to guitar.
I pretty much started 2006 playing guitar, then kind of morphed into singing after hearing some of my favorite bands and wanting to do it.
I started out almost 20 years ago playing trumpet and eventually went to the bass.
Started playing trumpet as well. Moved on to bass and guitar back in freshman year. Started playing percussion in school about 15 years ago. And got to the drum set and still shredding the drum set.
Grieve got started with Daniel and myself. We were in a former band, things just kind of went to smack when I got deployed. So started back in 07, and just eventually members kind of went in and out. Lots of interests, lots of personality, constant egos. So we kind of ran into these guys, you know. Trevor about 2.5 years ago.
I was over 3 now.
No, 3 now. And then Alex about 2 years ago, over 2. And Jason, we found this guy literally, what about
8 months
8 months, 8 months ago?
You gotta love Craigslist.
It's not all weird and creepy people, there's actually good drummers.
We draw inspiration from just a ton of different bands and genres.
I guess.
As a band, Killswitch Engaged, Avenged Sevenfold.
I guess you can say Day to Remember from this guy.
Yeah, did remember.
There's the Bullet. Bullet, yeah. A little bit of Bullet. Little Atreyu, I guess.
Metallica, Trivium, Aerosmith.
80s rock bands.
Oh yeah.
Dan and I have a jazz background, so, I mean, that's a big influence there. Jason and Alex play drumline, marching band, this guy.
I think we all take from like that music school, high school, marching band, symphonic band kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We all come from about that background, so. I think most of us anyway.
Essentially, our music comes from everything that's pretty much written. We're not really closed-minded anything.
I kind of thought some stage names. I thought it was pretty catchy for people to know us as certain personas. I'll start with Dan Tragedy for him because he has the worst luck. Back in, when was it? About 99. That he had an accident with his hand. All the mishaps in cars, and he's injury prone. Dan Tragedy.
I've lived life, unlike these lame asses.
Yeah, that's not.
Alex Agnew, no offense, buddy, but he's really emotional. Greg Grieves, I'm really sympathetic over things, and
That's not it at all.
Grieve for Tomorrow. Grieves, the founder, so just kind of fits me.
T-Rev is very easy. His name is Trevor. Trev.
There's really no meaning to T-Rev.
Sounds kind of cool.
It is what it is. It just sounds cool.
Found out when I first met him because it's easier to say than Trev. And Jason, we call him
Dude,
Jacobs.
Trev is shorter than
Because he
T-Rev.
has an alter ego. I won't say why, but he turns to somebody who is a lot of fun and just crazy. Jacobs.
We call him Jacobs.
Or Party Master 5000.
That one.
Jacobs!
You haven't seen him in his goggles and his Speedo yet.
Meeting call.
Jacobs! What? Played the Whiskey. We
Glass
played the
House.
Viper Room, the Glass
Just
House.
played the Glass House.
We've played the Verizon
Rainbow Room.
Amphitheater, whatever it was called.
Chain Reaction.
Many bars.
The Anchor.
There's countless venues we
Yeah.
played
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
A lot. Those are the main ones. We're about to actually play the House Blues too soon. So.
Yeah, House of Blues is coming up.
We
Over our
played
legs.
on the back of a flatbed truck
We did.
for a stage.
A 5-ton. There was a little Bodunk bar in Ucap we played probably about a year or so ago when somehow Greg actually did a massive scream and blew his pupils out. He passed out. Alex hit his head on the fan, and somehow a big beer mirror came down and crashed on our drummer. It was just
That night.
It was so chaotic.
That night
it was fun though.
No, didn't our ex drummer? He passed out, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he
he
got
almost
knocked
passed
out.
out from dehydration.
Yeah, he was sitting. Yeah.
Because he's
Anyway.
fat.
He smokes too much.
But I pulled one of those Back to the Future type scenes where like part one where he passes out and starts going down, and it's like whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's what I did. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, but you were laying on the ground.
I passed out. What do you expect?
Actually,
bro?
yeah, he wasn't
No,
on the ground still solo.
He was still playing as he was unconscious. Like literally, he was sitting there just.
That's
And
impossible.
then no, he did it. Look at the video. He did it.
I think mine was I have to say it was my first show with you guys, where they said they want to play like I think it was like Stand Down Step Up, and I played the wrong song.
You played Roll the Dice.
I played Roll the Dice, so I wasn't really too sure on band names yet, or song names. Start going like da, na, 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 and I look over everyone. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "Oh." Kind of walked backwards towards the stage. I was like playing back there. I was like, I messed up. I started like, done, get out. I'm here.
We were on tour in Arizona. Sorry, I can't remember the exact where it was, but we played this one show at this.
Out in Yuma.
It was Yuma, yeah.
No, Scottsdale.
Scottsdale. Either way, it was out in Arizona, and we played the show, and there were 4 people there, and they weren't even watching us. So we literally played for the sound man, and yeah, that was the absolute worst show I've ever played.
Oh man, the worst show I've had. I've had a lot of those. I'm not always the best at playing some shows, but I think the worst one will be when we're playing this place out in Chino. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong. You forgot about that one. Godfathers. We never play that place again because that was just the worst luck we've ever had. Everything like strings broke, guitars weren't working, chords weren't working. Everything went to crap.
Yeah, actually, you remind me. There was one we did in Fullerton-ish, and Trevor was sick. I had to sing, and
Oh, the one in
we
Whittier.
actually, and I couldn't play bass at the time, so we actually
Right.
calling our guitarist. We just got them to fill in for us, and yeah, you want to sound like a cat getting sucked into a fan belt.
Yeah, I actually attended that show as an audience member. Yeah, that was interesting.
Right?
Oh yeah, what was your worst show?
The fan base we have a pretty good fan base. We have, the fans we have are very dedicated.
Very diverse too. We have from infants all the way up to like 55, 60-year-olds that just absolutely love music.
Infants.
I think his sister. I think I saw something on Facebook that said his sister's son was like, I want to hear Jason's band. Let's talk about us. I think how old's your?
Three years old.
3 years old.
So I guess it's
Haley's brothers, they love our What Is Love cover.
And then
They constantly rock out to the car. It's the only thing they will let her drive to.
then your brother's
Kayla.
daughter, Kayla, always like, is that Uncle Greggy's song? I want to hear Greggy's music.
Now, I've actually seen parents let their kids come to the show, stay and watch a show with them, and actually completely enjoy everything they've seen, even though it's not what they grew up with. The parents actually enjoy it too, and bring the kids, and still not complain, even though they still let them rebel. Make sense of that.
We're pretty much like good, well-rounded fan base from like all ages, all kind of genres. We can please pretty much anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Songs, I'd say our songs not only come from everything we listen to, but a lot of the lyrics and everything we have is actually from our own personal experience of things we experience. So we actually put our personal lives and just throw it out there to everybody to hear.
Yeah.
From most painful moment to most happy moment, I mean, everything in between. And sometimes we get songs where we actually all have related and we just combine our thoughts into one song and all write lyrics to it. It's just, there's a lot of co-op stuff going on in our lyrics, a lot between mostly Dan, Trevor, and myself. But even actually Alex has been kicking a lot of lyrics lately, a lot of issues going on there, but he's getting a lot of stuff going in with really good music, like our song Bad Man's Diary coming out, and that's all him right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think the difference between us and other bands is we write kind of as a band. We don't, one person doesn't write all the music put in. That's why we kind of, it works with us, because all of us were in there writing it together. So we get all of our different influences and styles and stuff and mix it all into one big, like,
Yeah, essentially our lyrical music is kind of a collaboration of things we've experienced, and sometimes it kind of works out as a script for a lot of things that everybody can actually
relate to.
Yeah.
The toughest thing about trying to make it in the music industry is, crap, man, invest so much time, so much of our own money, and we don't really make a lot of money. We're just blue-collar guys. It's to fork out a bunch of money that we don't have to play shows, to get the gas to go out to these shows, to afford new equipment when our equipment goes to crud, and to be able to just even meet people to try to get those networking things going. It just it puts a toll on you, man.
Yeah, ultimately, even being a band with all originals, not doing covers, it's a complete sacrifice of your personal life, your personal time, your wallet. Just getting out there to try to spread what you think is something that's worth for people to hear. It's difficult with other bands being out there, and again, a lot of getting your music out there and not actually having people support you because they don't feel enough is behind you, because it's just rough.
Going to work every single morning. Somebody just crashed their car. It's rough. It's hard to do music at nighttime and work during the day to make your living, and it's tough, man.
Lack of sleep, man.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you're pretty much on a 24-hour schedule. You gotta go to work, clock out, bam, practice, and then you take care of the business end of it, and then get to sleep late, get about like 4 hours sleep, wake up for work at like 5, 6 a.m. Pound it out, try to get through the day, knowing that I gotta be here at this time, blah blah. And there's like so many things going on that eventually just wear you down, just beat you down to a point where it's kind of like, okay.
It'd be nice though if some of these record labels could, just open up their ears a little more and be more open to try to give somebody a chance. Now I know they give a lot of bands a chance. I'm not saying none of these bands aren't that good or anything like that, but it's just open your ears a little more. They need to just go to the areas that you don't expect bands to go. Like in the Empire, for example, there's a lot of good acts out there, and no alcohol aside, I think we're very good, and I think we had reached that level to where we should be on a label by now, but no one wants to invest the money, take the risk on it. The music pays off for itself. I guarantee that. It's just when no one wants to take a risk on you or take a chance, like some people have, like our good friend Kevin from OutRival is taking a risk of helping us out, but our parents help us out, they take that risk, but we need more than that. No offense against them, we just need more.
We need the actual industry to see it. And those are the ones we're trying. Like that's what's really the hardest thing being in the music industry, is getting the industry to come to you. Not to come to you, but to get in that position where they're gonna see what you can do, and like Greg was saying, take a risk.
I think people have had come to a point where they've accepted what's been put out there for them, and they've been have like horse blinders on them for their ears of what's really out there. I think it's maybe time they opened up and truly took a listen to what locally is around them and start experiencing something different, not the same old stuff that's getting pumped out.
Other than Nicki Minaj, she's a how she's.
There's always that one thing that you gotta like. There's always one thing that keeps you going, and knowing that it's like maybe one day that you'll get to that spot where I don't have to worry about going to a job. Like this would be our paying thing, where I wake up, play music, get paid for it, then that was it.
Yeah, ultimately, even though we're not at the level some people are, or at a level we'd like to be, but ultimately getting up on that stage and singing our hearts out and performing the best we can is the ultimate rush for me. It keeps it going.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest payoff ever.
Be nice.
Like Glass House.
Yeah.
Like it was so much hard work getting through that week with all the stuff we did, and then finally getting up on that stage where our intro played, and we're like, okay, we're here. And then actually, when we first hit that, first song, then that was like payoff, and that's when you're like, now I know why I do this. Why like it's you get all that struggle, and try to get to where you're at, and then once you hit that stage, you're like, hell yeah.
It just makes everything worth it.
Yeah.
You're like going through.
Then you forget about all that crap we went through, like at work and wife, girlfriend, whatever drama, and it's like when you hit that stage, you start playing that. Like, yes, that's all. It's like you, like guys, and then the music, and now it's it. Yeah, like you didn't think about anything.
Watch our stage is that ultimate moment where that is the moment. There's nothing else.
I wanna see this party getting started. Send all the girls my way. Everybody take a shot. Oh baby, I want that car.
Woo! So let's.
Names have been actually followed.
They don't want to know our pet names.
My Schnoodle Bumpkins.
I want my pet name.
My turtle Blumpkin.
This is why I said you don't want to know our pet names.
No,
That's I guess it's Jason's main call.
We can go all night with us, the party never stops till the break of light. Turn on the music, make it loud and get up on your feet. Wanna see you all jump into the sound of the beat. The lights flash the fog while I'm standing up on stage. I see the crowd screaming loud, it's time to fucking rage. I wanna see this party getting started. Send all the girls my way. Everybody take a shot, grab your glass, raise it up now. Everybody fucking lose control. I wanna see this party getting started. Send all the girls my way. Everybody take a shot, grab your glass, raise it up now. Everybody fucking lose control. Everybody lose control. Everybody lose control. I wanna see this party getting started. Send all the girls my way. Everybody take a shot, grab your glass, raise it up now. Everybody fucking lose control. I wanna see this party getting started. Send all the girls my way. Everybody take a shot, grab your glass, raise it up. Everybody fucking lose control. Everybody lose control. I wanna see this party getting started.